Is the AMC short squeeze turning into the AMC long squeeze?
And you just said that on camera. This going viral.
Ape Nation, thank you for helping me pass 200 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully I can earn it today. So, depending on when you bought your first share of AMC, some of us in Ape Nation have been on this ride for over 5 months. Is it really a short squeeze? Let's take a look back at the 5 biggest short squeezes in history, and which of these squeezes most closely resembles AMC. Ape Nation, what's going on? It is Sunday, June 20th, 2021, and we're talking about the 5 biggest short squeezes in history. How do they compare to AMC? So, let's start off with what are the 5 biggest squeezes. And number 1 on the list is from 1923, the Piggly Wiggly short squeeze. So, for those of you who don't know, Piggly Wiggly is a grocery store that's primarily down in the southern and Midwest regions of the United States. Do me a favor, if you do remember the 1923 Piggly Wiggly short squeeze, please comment down below. I would love to see that I have someone who's over almost 100 years old watching my videos. So I'm not going to go back to 1923 to analyze a short squeeze because the market and the world was a completely different place than where we are right now. So I'm going to start with number 2, which is the Volkswagen versus Porsche squeeze. And what happened? Basically, Porsche and Volkswagen had a long history of working together. Porsche had maintained a minority stake in Volkswagen, but on the 26th of October 2008, Porsche revealed that it had gained control of 74% of Volkswagen's voting shares by buying almost all of the company's circulating stock. Now, in 2008, if you remember, we were in the financial crisis. We were having the housing crisis, and short selling was rampant, just like it was last year when the pandemic hit. Extremely similar situations to what we're dealing with right now. Now, the Porsche Volkswagen short squeeze was only possible because so much Volkswagen stock, about 12.5%, was on loan to short sellers at the time of the Porsche announcement. And where are we, comparatively speaking, with AMC? We think maybe 4 or 5 times this. When the market opened the following day, those short sellers raced to exit their positions to minimize their losses, buying more stock and inflating the share price even more. So, it was a violent squeeze. It's not like what we are dealing with right now with AMC. Completely different scenario. For those of you maybe watching my channel for the first time, I have a personal vendetta with Bill Ackman. He is certainly the gift that keeps on giving. This guy made serious... well, you know what? Let me just play the clip for you.
But first, some context for what we're watching right now. Last March, as the country began to panic about the arrival of a strange new coronavirus from China, a billionaire called Bill Ackman went on television in an attempt to make America even more afraid than it already was. Our economy may be done at this point, he said. Over, dead, not coming back. Bill Ackman went on like this for 28 full minutes. Terrified CNBC viewers watched slack-jawed as he ranted. Here's part of his performance.
Hell is coming. This was a feeling like I've never had, like there's a tsunami coming, right? The tsunami's coming in, you feel it in the air, right? The tide starts to roll out, okay? And on the beach, people are playing and having fun like there's nothing going on. And that is the feeling I've had for the last 2 months, okay? And my colleagues at work, okay, thought I was a lunatic. We need to shut it down now. America will end as we know it, okay? I'm sorry to say so, okay, unless we take this option.
Bill Ackman was afraid, and he wanted you to be afraid. Ackman was especially frightened for the future of Hilton Hotels. Hilton Hotels, Ackman proclaimed, quote, is going to zero, along with every other hotel company in the world. Every hotel is going to be shut down in the country, every one. Talk about scary. But in the end, not for Bill Ackman. Not long after that appearance, we learned that Ackman's firm had made more than $2 billion from trading in the stocks that many people believed he had pushed down with the hysterically dire predictions you just saw.
Now you know who you're fighting.
And Ape Nation, that's why I have no love for Bill Ackman. And how did it turn out for old Bill? Well, it turned out that he started shorting the stock. He took $1 billion and started shorting it at $45. For Ackman, it was the worst short squeeze ever. By the time Perishing, which is his hedge fund, exited the short position in February of 2018, the stock was trading at more than $90 per share, and the company is still very much in existence today. Moving on. 2020, the Tesla stock price rally. In my opinion, this is where we're headed. Tesla, I would say, resembles us, AMC, Ape Nation, the closest. And so why do I say that? Let's look at what happened with Tesla. Electric vehicles were becoming more popular, and the company was preparing to join the S&P 500. The board had just announced a 5-for-1 stock split, which meant anyone who bought one share of Tesla would effectively get 4 more shares for nothing. But the main driver seems to have been short sellers. By mid-2020, Tesla was the most shorted stock in the world, reflecting Wall Street's view that the company was overvalued, where it still stands today. Instead, the stock benefited from a run of good press and strong financial reports, costing short sellers approximately $40 billion by the end of the year. The Tesla short squeeze may be one of the worst short squeezes in history, as slow but positive growth in Tesla stock meant that short selling losses added up slowly over the course of many months. And guys, that's where I see the parallels. So far, they are dragging this thing out. They do not want to throw in the towel, and who can blame them, right? They don't want to lose their butlers and personal nannies and chefs. And Bill certainly doesn't want to lose his house, his Manhattan house. And number 5, the GameStop surge. And this brings us to this year. What started this whole thing? Congrats to the Wall Street bet guys who saw this coming and started this whole rally that has now turned into really a movement on fixing the stock market for good. So Ape Nation, I'm going to wrap things up there. I just wanted to point out to you some of the things that we could be looking at. As far as catalysts go, I mean, everyone says that this is going to change this, and this is going to set it off, and this is going to start. We just don't know, right? So be prepared. This is going to be a war of attrition. They're using psychological warfare on us, playing with the stock price. And all we got to do is hold. And we just have to outlast them. They're losing billions and billions of dollars, many times over. Way more than they were losing with Tesla. So that's it, guys. That's all I got for today. I possibly will have the other video finished tonight about the Robinhood case. So do me a favor, if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks to all you guys who have already done that. I really appreciate everyone. All right, Ape Nation. This is the Master Lorian, and I'm out.